In this video, we are going to solve questions on thermochemistry. Okay, so we are using the tutorial sheet from Unilus. Okay, so this is for second semester students who are doing their pre-meds. Okay, and if you're doing any NS, pre-med, or A-level chemistry, you will come across this topic, which we are calling as thermochemistry. Okay, so we are going to solve a lot of questions on thermochemistry. So you can see here we have questions on the first law of thermodynamics. Okay, we have a lot of questions in this tutorial sheet. So all these are the questions that we are going to do to solve. All right, so for you to access the full video, kindly register with us. Our tuitions are just 150 per course per month. All right, so let's get to the solving. So we are going to solve these questions one by one, each one of them. Okay, we are going to solve them. So the first one there, they're saying define energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, and internal energy. So I've written down the definitions for you. So the energy is simply the capacity to do work or to transfer heat. Okay, so that's how we can define energy. And then when we talk about kinetic energy, okay, this is just the energy due to the motion, okay, of the particles in a system. Okay, so the energy due to the motion of the particles in a system is called as the kinetic energy. Okay, and it is calculated by this formula where we are saying kinetic energy is equals to 1 over 2 multiplied by mv squared. Okay, so this m here represents the mass, and then this v here represents the velocity. Okay, so that's how we can calculate the kinetic energy. Okay, what about the potential energy? So the potential energy is the energy due to the position or configuration, okay, such as the gravitation. Okay, so it's given by the formula potential energy is equals to mgh. Okay, so this m is the mass, this g is the gravitational acceleration. Okay, and then this h here is the height above a reference point. All right, and then now we can talk about the internal energy. So the internal energy is just the total energy within a system. Okay, so the total energy within a system will include one, the kinetic energy of the particles, and then two, it will include the potential energy, okay, due to the molecular interactions of the what? Of the particles. Okay, so this is how we can define these four types of energy that we can see on our screen. Okay, so that was question number one. We go to question number two. Okay, they're saying the energy, they're saying the internal energy of a substance is a state function. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, so they are simply asking us to explain what this state function is. Okay, so in my explanations, I was saying state functions are properties that describe a system's current state. Okay, regardless of how the system got to that state. Okay, so the key characteristics under state functions include that, okay, include the following. The first one is that the path, okay, or the state functions, okay, it only depends on the current state. Okay, so dependence on the current state only. Okay, and then it is independent from the path or the process taken to reach that state. Okay, and then the other thing is that it will have a unique value for a given state. So examples of the state functions include the internal energy that we just defined, the temperature, the pressure, the volume, even the enthalpy. All these are state function. Okay, so let me just explain more about what a state function is. All right, so we are saying that, okay, we are saying that a state function is a property, okay, that depends only on the current state and not the path taken to reach that state. Okay, so for example, your location. Okay, I'm going to give an example of a location. Okay, so right now, wherever you are, okay, that's your location. So the location that you have, okay, it only depends on the current state, okay, where you are, and it does not depend on the path that you took to reach that location. Let me even give an example. Maybe you are at East Park, okay? So let's say you are at East Park. So the location that you are at East Park, okay, does not depend on the path that you took to reach this East Park here, okay? It does not depend on that, okay? It's independent of the path. It only depends at the current position where you are, which is what? East Park. So you can get to this East Park in a number of different ways. Okay, you can board a bus, you go to East Park. Okay, you can maybe drive yourself there using a car. You get to East Park. You can walk. You can also get to East Park. Okay, so either you come by bus, you come by your own car, or you walk. Okay, when you are at it, when you are at East Park, your location will just be what? East Park. So it does not matter the path that you take to reach this destination, which is East Park. Okay, when you're at East Park, we are going to say your location is East Park. Okay, we're not going to say your location is bus East Park because you took a bus to come to East Park. No. Okay, so that's the state function. It only depends on the current state, but does not depend on the path that you take to reach there. Okay, so let me also give an example of something that will not be a state function. Okay, so for example, distance. So I'm just using this distance and location to explain the concept of state functions. So distance is not a state function. Okay, distance is not a state function. Why? Because distance depends on the path that you take. Okay, depends on the path that you take. Okay, so the total distance that you are going to travel to reach your current location, okay, would depend on the path that you take. Okay, so let's say, for example, this is the East Park where we're going, right? Okay, this is the East Park. So the distance from where you are to this East Park here, okay, will depend on the path that you are going to take. Okay, so you can take maybe a shortcut. Okay, that shortcut, maybe it can be, let's say 1 kilometer. Okay, or maybe you can first start by going like this, going like that, and then you go to East Park now. Okay, so the distance that you would have covered here maybe to be 3 kilometers. Okay, and then you can also maybe use another road. Okay, that is a bit shorter. You go like that, you go like that, and then you reach East Park here. Maybe you take 2.5 kilometers. Okay, so you see that the distance that you're going to travel from your current location here to this East Park here, okay, would depend on the path that you're going to take, okay? If you take the shortest possible path, you can reach East Park in 1 kilometer, okay? If you take maybe a longer distance, okay, it can take 2.5 kilometers, just like that, okay? So if something is not a state function, it means the current state, okay, will depend upon the path that you are taking. But something is a state function if it does not depend on the path. And I gave an example of this location here. So when it comes to chemistry now, okay, you have to give the actual examples. Don't give our location as an example. No, I was just using it to explain. So you say internal energy is an example of a state function, okay, because it doesn't matter the path that you take, you are still going to reach the same internal energy, okay, even the temperature, the pressure, the volume, and the enthalpy. Okay, so those are examples of state function. And then on the other hand, okay, we have these non-state functions like work, heat, okay, they depend on the path taken and are not unique to a specific what? State. So I've explained that. So we go to question 3 now. So question 3, they're saying what property of enthalpy, okay, provides the basis for Hence's law? Okay, and then they're saying explain. All right. So the property of enthalpy that provides the basis of Hence's law, okay, is the state function. So the same thing that I'm from explaining, okay, is the one that provides the basis of Hence's law. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, it means that the change in enthalpy, okay, because we're talking about enthalpy, means the change in enthalpy, okay, depends only on the initial and final states of a reaction, okay, and not on the path or the series of steps taken to reach that final state. Okay, so we can even state what Hence's law states here. We can say Hence's law states that the total enthalpy change of a reaction is the sum of the enthalpy changes of individual steps, okay, allowing enthalpy changes for complex reactions to be calculated using the what? The simpler reaction. Okay, so in most of the questions, you'll be given simpler reactions, okay? And then from the simpler reactions, you'll be asked to calculate the enthalpy change of a more complex reaction, okay? So we are going to be calculating such enthalpies, okay, by using what we call as the what? The Hense's law. Okay, so we are going to look at questions as we go on and solve this tutorial sheet. All right, so now we go to question 4. Okay, so this one here involves more of the solving than the explaining. All right, so let's solve it. Okay, let's solve it. So we are saying that, okay, when 1.0 moles of nitroglycerin, okay, decomposes, it causes a violent explosion and releases, okay, 5.72 multiplied by 10 to the power 3 kilojoules of heat. And then they have given us the reaction here. Okay, so we have this big compound here decomposing into carbon dioxide, water, oxygen, and nitrogen. Okay, so the first question here is that, is this reaction exothermic or endothermic? Okay, so what can we say there? So we're going to say one, that reaction is exothermic. Okay, so why is it exothermic? Because in the question they are saying it causes a violent explosion and releases. Okay, so this word releases here is a key word. Okay, meaning it's giving out heat. Okay, so we know that when a reaction gives out heat, okay, then it's what? Exothermic. Okay, so we are going to say this reaction here is exothermic. And then the next question is draw an enthalpy diagram for it. Okay, so we know that for exothermic reactions, the enthalpy diagram is like this. Okay, let me draw it a bit straighter. Okay, so we know that on the vertical axis here, we are going to have our enthalpy. Okay, our change in enthalpy is going to be in the vertical axis. And then on the horizontal axis, we are going to have the progress of the what? Of the reaction. Okay, we're going to have the progress of a reaction. So in an exothermic reaction, okay, the reactants are always at a higher temperature, not a temperature, the reactants are always at a higher enthalpy than the products, okay? So why? Because in this reaction, we are going to be releasing energy, okay? So the reactant had a lot of energy, so we can show it by drawing the reactant at a higher height here, okay? So let's say these are reactants, and then the reaction takes place like that, and then it goes on and forms the products like that. So we can see that these reactants here will be at a higher enthalpy than the products that will be there. Okay, all right, so we are going to say here on the reactants, we have C3H5, then we have NO3, and then 2 like that. So this is the reactant, and then it decomposes, okay, to form what? Carbon dioxide here, plus 5/2 water, plus 1/4 oxygen, then plus 3/2 nitrogen, like that. So these are the products that there is the what? The reactant. Okay, so we are seeing that these reactant here are at a higher enthalpy than these products here. So if I can draw a line here, straight like that, okay? So this energy here, from the energy of the reactants to the peak, okay, of this curve here, this energy here, we are going to be calling it as the what? Activation energy, okay? So the activation energy is simply the energy that you need in order for a chemical reaction to do what? To take place. All right, and then the difference, okay, the difference between the enthalpy of the reactants and the enthalpy of the products here, it will be our change in enthalpy. Okay, so this energy here that I've shown in yellow, we're going to say this here is our change in enthalpy. So we're going to say this is equals to, okay, we've been given the value there, which is 5.72 multiplied by 10 to the power 3. So when writing it here, we're going to write it as a negative. Okay, why? Because energy is being released by the system, okay, times 10 to the power 3 kilojoules of heat. Okay, so we're going to put this negative here because energy is being released to the surrounding. Okay, so this is the enthalpy diagram, okay, for this exothermic reaction. So thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to access the full-length video of this tutorial sheet, please feel free to register with us. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can register for our lessons. Okay, so what you need to do is open your browser. It can be Google Chrome, Samsung browser, or any other browser that you are using. And then you type in DISCRETE learning, okay, discretelearning.com. Right, so once you type in, you click enter or search, and then it will load and it will take you to this login page. So if you have an account, just go straight in and log in, okay? If you do not, you need to create an account. So I'll click create an account, okay? So create an account, and then this here will pop up. So you put your names there. So I am Poul, solutions, and then here you put in your email, okay? And then here you put the password that you want. So I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can put any password that you want there. Here you're going to type your phone number. Okay, and then here you put your date of birth. So I was born on 6th February 2025. Okay, so you can put any date of birth there. And then here you are going to select your university. Okay, so we have a lot of university here. You can see there's Gonza, CBU, Mulungushi, Cavendish, all these universities. Okay, so you click the university that you belong to. Okay, so for example, I'm going to click University of Lusaka. Okay, and then you click register. Okay, so it's going to load and it's going to tell you that you have successfully created your account. So what you need to do now is put in the details that you registered with. So you put in your email here that you used, and then there you're going to put in the password that you set, and then you click login. Right, so once you log in here, it will take you to this dashboard. Okay, so this dashboard here, okay, let's remove this. So this dashboard here has all the courses that we offer. So there's chemistry, math, physics, biology. Okay, if you're taking linear algebra, you can register, introduction to real analysis, all that. Okay, so let's say, for example, you want to register for mathematics. So what are you going to do? Okay, you're going to click open. Okay, so you can see they're saying you're not enrolled in this course. So what you need to do is click subscribe. Okay, and then it will bring all the courses that we offer. So you tick the one that you want. So maybe I want to register for mathematics, okay, and chemistry. And then on the right here, you choose the duration. Okay, so I'm going to say math 1 month, even the chemistry 1 month. Okay, let me even put physics and biology here. So I'm registering for those 4 courses. So once you click, once you select the courses, you're going to click enroll. Okay, you wait for it to load. It will take you to this page that will show you the total amount that you're going to pay, okay, for all those courses that you've selected. Okay, and then you click pay. All right, so you're going to have this drop down that is going to come. Okay, so here you put the phone number that you're going to use to pay. Okay, you put the phone number that you're going to use to pay. If you're paying using maybe a mobile money agent, okay, tell them to put their number here. Okay, and then you click pay now. Okay, so it's going to load. So you wait for it, and then it's going to take you to this page. Okay, so here it's telling you about to pay DISCRETE Learning Institute the sum of whatever there. Okay, so what are you going to do here? You are going to click pay. So once you click that pay, okay, this page here is going to pop up. Okay, so once this page pops up on your phone or your PC, okay, you are going to receive a pop-up message on your phone telling you to import the password for your mobile money. Okay, so once you import the password for your mobile money, you will be able to be letting into the website. Okay, it means you have registered. Okay, so let's say, for example, let me put in my password on my phone now. Okay. Okay, so when you come back to the dashboard, you are going to see that now you are enrolled in math, chemistry, physics, and biology there. Okay, so allow me to explain some of the things that you can see here. So on this menu here, if you click that menu, the menu disappear. If you click it again, it will appear. So on the menu there, we have this where it's written learn. Okay, so when you click on learn, you're going to find all the courses that you are registered in. Okay, and then you can close that. You can click YouTube channels. You're going to find our YouTube channels there. Okay, so you can click maybe Tutor Poul Solutions. Okay, you're going to go to my channel here, and then you can watch some of the videos. Okay, to ask you to subscribe, so you subscribe. So it will show you some of the videos that I've uploaded on my YouTube channel. Okay, but on the website, we have a lot of them. So I'm going to show you how you can access all that. So let's go back here. All right, so on my YouTube channel, you mostly find math and chemistry, and then for Tutor John, okay, for Tutor John, you're going to find biology and physics, and then for math with Marius, of course, you're just going to find math. Okay, so I can close that, and then I open this one for study materials. So when I click on study materials there, it's going to take me to this page where we have different study materials based on your university. So if you're from Apex, you open the Apex folder. If you're from Unilus, you open the Unilus folder. Then you open that just like that. If you're from UNZA, you open the one for what? For UNZA. Right, so let's go back there and then check what we have inside the courses there. So we have talked about all these here, okay, on the menu. So if, for example, you want to learn something, okay, you just open, okay, this course, and then you're going to, if you open math, you're going to find general mathematics and probability and statistics for second semester Apex. So this one here is specifically for those who are doing second semester Apex, okay? For the rest of you, you just go in the general mathematics, okay? So you're going to find 4 folders there. One will be for the lessons and tutorials. The other one will be for the handwritten notes. The other one will be for the tutorial sheet and assignments. The other one will be for what? Past quiz, tests, and exam papers. Okay, so the setup is the same. Even if you go in the chemistry folder, the biology folder, the physics folder, any folder that you go into, you're going to find the same. So if you go in lessons and tutorials here, okay, you're going to find all the topics that you can have in math. So you can see there are a lot of topics, right? So let's say, for example, I want to learn maybe SADs and rationalization. So I'll click SADs and rationalization there, and then I'm going to find 3 folders. Okay, so the first one is for the notes. The second one is for the recorded tutorials that we record for ourselves. And then here where I put supplementary tutorials, okay, there are other videos that you can use to learn. So if I click on slides and notes here, you see you are going to find the notes here. So you can click any to study them. Okay, let's click this one here. All right, so the notes are going to open like that. Okay, so they have opened there, so you can go there and you can study them. Okay, so these are your notes to study, so make sure you study them. They are very simple and simplified. Okay, so what if I leave these notes? Okay, I also have these notes here that I wrote by myself. So you can go through these notes to learn. Okay, so if you don't want to read the notes, you want the videos, you go in the recorded tutorials. Okay, so you click there. You're going to find the videos here. So there's intro to SADs, whatever I can see there. Okay, so let's play the introduction to SADs. So you click on it, it's going to open like that. If you're using a PC, so you can move a bit up like that, and then you play it. Okay, so you can start learning here. Okay, you can start learning. You can see the video is playing. If you want to fast forward, you just click on these 2 things here that are on the screen. So you can double click on them. You'll be fast forwarding your video. And then at the end here, okay, at the end here, I have these 2 icons here. Okay, so the last one there puts you in full screen mode. So if I click it like that, my video is going to appear in full screen mode like that. Okay, so you can watch your video in full screen mode like that. Okay, if you don't want the screen mode, the full screen mode, you can still watch. That's the way it is there. Okay, so we also have this icon here. So this icon is for picture play. Okay, so you can play your video while doing something else on your PC. So if you click on it, you see I'm going to have this a small thing popping up there. So even this is on your phone. So you can be playing your video there, and then you can even leave this browser. Okay, so you can even go somewhere else. Okay, like this. So you see it's still there. Okay, so you can play it, and then to return to full screen mode, you just click on it, and then you'll be able to return to the full screen mode here. All right, so that's it on the lessons and tutorials. The setup is the same in all these topics that you can see. So you just pick the topic that you want to learn, and then you'll be able to learn. All right, so after that, you can check out the handwritten notes. Okay, so these handwritten notes, most of them have a password. Okay, so the password is PB4511. Okay, so you can open the ones for set, you find them, okay, you study them just like that. So these are very good notes. They are very simplified. So make sure you use them. All right, so those are the handwritten notes. And then when I go to the tutorial sheet and assignments here, I'm going to find different universities. Okay, so if you're from Apex, you go in the Apex, you open, you're going to find video and written solutions. So the video solutions, you open there, you're going to find, depending on your intake. So this was for the January 2024 intake. This was for the 2024 July. And then for your intake, which is 25 this year, you place there. Okay, so you see the videos that we've solved so far there. Okay, so you can open them if you want to learn. So it will come, you can play it, and you'll be able to learn there. Okay, and then what else? Okay, you can also check out the written solutions here. You're going to find some of the written solutions that we upload there. All right, so if you do not see your university here, you can go in this folder where we wrote our tutorial sheet and explained solutions. Okay, so you open this folder, you're going to find a lot of tutorial sheet based on all the math topics, okay, that you can have. So these tutorial sheet here have solutions. So for example, if you want to learn functions, okay, if you want to learn functions, you just have to open this folder here. Okay, just have to learn, open this folder. Okay, let me say I want to open the one for the logs and the exponentials. So you click on it. So it's going to open here. Okay, so you have the questions here. Okay, so you can take note of the questions that you have and then try to solve them. And then once you are done, go below the questions there. You're going to find the solutions. So these are the solutions there. Okay, these are the solutions there. So you can learn using them. Okay, so you can go back there. And then if you are taking a stats and probability, we have some tutorial sheet here. So you can open and then you can check them out. Okay, we also have more worksheets on the probability and statistics. You can check them out there. All right, so we are done with the tutorial sheet folder. Okay, so you just go to your university there. And then when you go to the past quiz, test, and exam papers, you're going to find a similar setup, okay, to the tutorial sheet folder. So if you're from Apex, you go to Apex. If you're from Unilus, you go to Unilus. If you're from Mukuba, you go to Mukuba. So for example, if I go to Mukuba here, I'm going to find video solutions, okay? You can see the video solutions for some revision of their test papers. And then even you can even go in the written solutions there. You're also going to find the written solutions. Okay, and then here we have some past papers on probability and statistics. All right, so that's how you can use this drive. Okay, so feel free to try out whatever you want. Okay, so search for whatever you want on this drive. You're going to find them. Okay, even in the chemistry there, if you open, it will be a similar setup, general chemistry for the rest of you. Okay, and then if you're doing second semester Apex, you go in this folder here. Okay, so let's try to go in the general chemistry there. You're going to see the setup is the same. Okay, so if I go tutorial sheet maybe, and then I open the folder for UNZA, okay, you're going to see video and written. Let's try to open the written ones. You're going to see the tutorial sheet for the chemistry that they take at UNZA. So you can open any. Okay, you can open that. You find all these tutorial sheets that are solved. Okay, you can open this folder. You find all these tutorial sheets that are solved. So make sure you use what is on the drive. Okay, so our Learning Institute, okay, is the best because you can learn at any time, anywhere, okay? You don't wait for us to teach you. You can actually teach yourself, okay? But we also have live classes. So when you register, you have two types of classes that you're going to be attending, okay? One is the live classes where we interact and you can ask questions. And then the other one are the recorded classes that you find on this website. All right, so that's all about this website. Feel free to register yourself and then start learning, okay? Thank you so much.